Open your terminal. Make sure you're in the Learn Rails blog directory. To run your local server, type Rails server. Copy HTTP all the way through to localhost 3000. Paste this URL into your browser. We get this default page. Let's create a custom homepage. Creating a new homepage involves a few steps. First, we need to create a new root. The root will point to a controller. The controller will then render a view. However, before we do any of this, we need to set up our text editor. So open Sublime Text, click Project, then Save Project As, navigate to your desktop, click on Learn Rails, and save this project as learn_rails.sublime-project. Hit Save. In Sublime, click Project, add folder to project. Navigate back to Learn Rails, click Learn Rails blog. Hit Open. Everything from this folder is now on the sidebar. Now that we have Sublime set up, let's start to create our custom homepage. Under Config, open roots.rb. Anything after a hashtag is a comment. If code is commented out, it won't run. I'll leave the comments for now. We're going to create a new root for the homepage. On line 3, just above end, type root pages hashtag home. When a user goes to the home page, a request is sent to the site server. This new root directs the request to the page's controller's home method, where it will be handled. Save roots.rb. In your browser, refresh localhost 3000. We get an error that says uninitialized constant pages controller. This error is saying that the app doesn't have a controller called pages. We need to create a new controller. We could generate a controller in two different ways. We could get Rails to automatically generate a controller for us. However, Rails would also add a bunch of other files that we don't need. Let's create our controller a different way. Go back into Sublime, go into App, and then right-click on Controllers. Hit New File, and save this file in App Controllers as pages_controller.rb. In the bottom right-hand corner of Sublime, make sure it is on Ruby, and then also, make sure you're indenting using spaces. And I'll put my tab width to 2. Now let's make our pages controller. Type class pages controller less than application controller, and then in Ruby on Rails you have to end that class, and then we'll create our method called home, so def home, and we'll end that method. The Ruby interpreter takes into account the punctuation and spacing of the code, so make sure your code is formatted just like mine. But don't worry, any code I show you will be attached to its corresponding video. We created a class called pages controller. This class inherits the properties of the application controller. Inheriting from the application controller will help make the pages controller work. The application controller is located in the same app controllers directory. Inside the pages controller, we defined a method called home. The class pages controller and the method home both have an end. In order for a user to see the home page, a view must be rendered. Rails will by default render the view method name.html.erb. So the home method will automatically render a view called home.html.erb. So make sure you've saved this file, and now we need to create the home view. Under App, Views, create a new folder, call it Pages. In the Pages folder, we'll put the view associated with the Pages controller. So right-click on the Pages folder and hit New File, and make sure this file is being saved inside App, Views, Pages, and we'll save this file as home.html.erb. Home.html.erb is an HTML file. However, adding .erb allows us to add Ruby's embedded syntax. In home.html.erb, type on line 1, hello world. Save this file, open your browser, and refresh the home page. Awesome! Hello world is displayed. In this video, we made a simple home page. We did this by creating a root, which points to the pages controller's home method. Lastly, we created a new view for the home page. Let's save these changes with Git. Open terminal, exit out of your server with Ctrl+C, then type git status. These are the files we have modified and added. Type git add. All these new and modified files are now staged for commit. To commit these changes, type git commit -m. Inside double quotes, I'll put created a simple homepage. Press enter, run git status, nothing to commit. The working directory is clean.